That was not a strong response about the president and his problems with his age. What is it? 77% of adults think he should not run for a second term. Why can't they just... What are they going to do about this? Because the cognitive decline is irreversible. What are we going to do?
No one believes what you just said. No one actually believes that the White House staff, comprised of much younger people for the most part, every day are scrambling, trying to keep up with Joe Biden. He has spent much of his time this summer on vacation. His schedule is exceptionally light for a president. Don't pretend like something's happening that we can all see isn't. Joe Biden likes to say, "Watch me," when he gets these questions. I think his problem is, and the White House's problem is, we are watching him. And we see what we see, and the numbers are what they are, as you just referenced there, Stuart. So look, I'm typically not terribly sympathetic toward Karine Jean-Pierre. I think she's particularly bad at the job. She's slow on her feet. She refers almost every question to someone else. But on this one, I do feel bad for her because I don't know what else she's supposed to say. The public sees the president in action or, frankly, not in action. The numbers are really upside down on the age question. And she's going to get asked a version of this question every other day, basically for the next year and a half. And maybe they can workshop something a little bit better than that, but they don't have a lot to work with.
No, and the problem is that very few people believe that this president is capable of being president for another 6 years. So my question is, what are we going to do about this? Can he be shifted aside? If we do that, then we've got President Harris.
That's a question for the Democrats. Is this the person they want to charge into the election behind again? And for now, it seems like the answer is yes. On the Republican side of the aisle, I think you will see a significant focus on the vice president. We've seen this from Nikki Haley, for example, really raising the specter of Kamala Harris as president of the United States. Joe Biden's approval numbers and favorability numbers are poor. Hers are worse. I think that's well earned. I think people don't believe that she would be an adequate commander-in-chief, let alone someone who would do a very good job. I think sowing those doubts is not just reasonable, it's a necessity for the Republicans. Malpractice, not to mention both of these factors, frankly.
Got it. Guy Benson, thanks for being with us this morning. Much appreciated.